What up? We supposed to be live. What up, everybody? Wait for YouTube to notify the people. If they do, we shall see. I know y'all used to these being on Saturday. Tyrone Johnson, what up, brother? Now I see. What up? Summer Breeze. Soul Sus, what up? None your business. Chris Davis, Zyd the Goat. Oh, excuse me, Zyd the Great, excuse me. Preston Davis, Scotty Saturn, Ashley Banks, what up? Goddess Gemini Bunny, what up, girl? Carlton Coleman, Christopher Perkins, The Peaceful Purge, Nylax Sin, Ronald Jackson, Kimberly Bell, Malcolm Charles, Amiji, Jamal W, Ant Knox, none your business again, Brian Jones. Y'all coming in fast. Alamat, Bro L Wise, Lawrence, Flex Hart, Taekwon, what up, Michael Brown, Faith Ford, Fish and Lottery, Payne, what up? Who is that? What up, Big Will? Willie Will, what's up, brother? Appreciate you, man. Come on in, everybody. Y'all be coming in fast. Bruce Brown, what up? Understand, Monad, excuse me, Saigon, what up? Ralph McCoy, KDH, what up? Know Your Rights Foundation. What's up, everybody? So first, I want to say happy autumn equinox to the people. This is if y'all don't know, y'all should be keeping up with your celestial time clock. Yesterday was the autumn equinox. So, we have the solstices, when the sun, so this is, we move around the sun, but when in the summer, that's the summer solstice when it's at its high point. The winter solstice is when the sun is at its lowest point. And then the two equinox, you have the vernal equinox, which is spring. That's when the sun, or the two equinoxes, when the sun is at its equal point. It's when it's right here, right? So that's when on that day, that's when you have equal amount of sun and night, right? So the vernal equinox, very powerful things when the celestial bodies are moving. You guys have to get in tune, start, rebalance yourself, get in harmony with the universe. This is how we powered ourselves and our endeavors in the past. So, get back in tune with the universe on these great celestial days, these celebrated days that we used to have in the past. You can do things to power your endeavors. So, write down what you want to happen. I've said this many times, and you can do this mentally, but, because you're all connected. So everything is energy and vibration. So you can do this mentally, but it does help to do this physically. Write down what you want to come into your life. Write it down on a piece of paper, fold it up into you, boom, boom. So you can still do it because we're still there. So we're still in the equinox time. So you can fold it up into you because you want things coming into you, and then you burn it, set it on fire to release that energy out into the universe, and then you go spread the ashes. And boom, watch it what happens. And also, if you want things to leave your life, what do you have to do? You go write those things down. You fold them out away from you because you want them to leave. Do the same thing, set it on fire, boop, and get it out your life. But these are the things we used to do to power our endeavors. So get back in harmony, damn it. Don't let the so-called elite be the ones using all of this damn energy. That's why they called elite. Because they're using all the power, the celestial body power. Where yours at? Who was that? Preston Davis. Appreciate you, brother. Hey, I'm out here working, brother. I appreciate everybody who hitting that super chat. But yeah, don't let them be the ones. Why do you think they able to do all of this fuckery in the world and then nothing happened to him? Fauci been killing niggas for 50 years. How come that nigga ain't kicked the bucket yet? You know he out here doing some blood rituals and he's doing praise Saturn. He's doing all of that shit. That mother, why you think that mother nigga 80-something years old? Why the hell he look like he in his 60s? Late 50s, 60s. Cause that nigga doing some shit. Don't let them be the only ones to use that damn power. That's your shit. So get out there and do them rituals the same way. All that power is available to everyone, which is why they got to tell you it's bullshit. So get out there, everybody, do your ritual. You can do it today. You can no matter, doesn't matter when you do it, as long as the bodies are in that position or at least at that position. So don't wait too long. You know, the equinoxes yesterday, today, and it's moving out. You know, it's starting to move. So make sure you get yours in. And people who ordered the police stop law package, if you're waiting on your police stop law package, just wanted to say we had a run out of materials because a lot of people were ordering packages, so we ran out of cards and some notices. So we just got them back in yesterday actually, just got them back in. So your order, everybody. So this is for everybody. In case you want to order the police stop law package today. Your orders will be going out tomorrow. So just so you guys know, I send orders. I put out orders every Friday, right? So if you guys want to get in and order the police stop law package, if you want to order the Great Book of Melanin Research, you get the police stop law package for free. And I'm going to throw in, usually you only get one deck of flashcards. You only get one deck of flashcards with it for the weekend until Sunday only. I will throw in 2 flashcards, the law and government flashcards, in either deck 1 or deck 2, whichever one you want. But you get these 2 flashcards, where you usually only get 1 if you order this weekend. But the orders go out tomorrow. So if you really want to get it and you want to have it by next week, you want to order today because the orders will go out tomorrow. So just letting you know. And everybody who ordered the vaccine cards, so I'm not putting these in the package. You have to go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org if you want to order this. But the mandates are kicking, man. You saw how in New York they just fired 850 teachers in New York because they didn't get the hokey pokey. So y'all better understand. Y'all can mash on them. There's evidence and there's data. They're trying to erase the data right now. If y'all go to these damn websites like the Cat Dog Cat, they're trying to erase the data of who kicking the bucket. But as long as we record the data on the dates they put it on there, they can't take it out. We have the information. So you guys, make sure you guys, if you need this, if you're in one of those states where they're trying to force you to still get the hokey or the cupcake, you're right here. And it also comes with the P.F. Hydra bakery report. So I just want to let you know how you guys have to use this. If you submit this to the people, this is for a lawsuit. You still have to implement a lawsuit against your employer or if you're an independent contractor, the person that hired you. But this goes in it. This is the actual study from the cupcake company. So if they're trying to force you to get it and the actual cupcake company says that there has been this many adverse effects when we tested the cupcake, then there's no way that they can win against you. Bam. So right here, this is how you notify them right here. And also, this is the bigger notice that it comes with. Oops, the big notice that it comes with right here. So if y'all want that, to get that out to you as soon as possible, make sure you order it if you want to order today, because I'm sending out everything tomorrow. So if you don't order today, you got to wait another week. I do orders every Friday. All right. So make sure you get that in there. All right. So, and also I want to make sure if you want to join the 1 million Johnny Cochran's movement, make sure you go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org and sign up and volunteer. We're getting a whole lot of people in. If you volunteered and we not hit you back yet, just be patient. We have a lot of people in the queue. What's that, Sweet D? Appreciate you, girl. She always rocking with me. Appreciate you. So we have a lot of people that we have backed up trying to join. So we will hit everybody up. We had to move up. We're doing a couple of interviews a week now because we have a lot of people who are backed up. So just be patient. If you want to volunteer, just get on over there. We're teaching the people. We're teaching you how to the law for free. You know, we're teaching you what you need to know to deal with the popo for free. All we need you to do is bring your motivation and your consistency, all right, and discipline. We can teach you the law, but we can't bring it to you. All right. So come to us and we can teach you that law. So knowyourrightsfoundation.org if you want to volunteer and learn the law for free. But the commitment is we're going to teach it for free, but then you have to go back out into your community and teach it to the community. So you're going to be a representative of the Know Your Rights Foundation within your community, so that we can get this foundation of law going, so that we never have to be scared of that faction of society ever again, and we can move on and make things happen. All right. And then, make sure y'all get a weed. Hey, Timmy tight up. Weed juice. I know y'all always see me with the surprisingly sweet. This is the best one to me. This is one I love. This is one I always get. So he always bring me this one. But all the other ones taste good too. This is just the one I love. So get over to weedjuice.com and get the watermelon is great. All of them are great. The Baby I'm a Star. All of them are the pear. What is it? The pear fearless or something like that. It's pear juice and oh man, off the chain. All the juices is off the chain. That's just the one I like. So get over to weedjuice.com. This is the surprisingly sweet. Yeah, thank you, Timmy Tata. Appreciate you, boy. Appreciate you, brother. So that's weedjuice.com. And also Total Package Energy. If you need to power up, if you got a late night, if you've been working all day, you need to do something, you need to get in, you need to handle your business, or you need to handle your business, then, and you're a little tired, right here. Little kick booster right here, baby. TotalPackageEnergy.com. Make sure you hook up your package energy. This is not like 5-hour energy or anything like that. This is natural. When you take it, no jitters, you're not up and jittering. You're just awake and just ready to do stuff. You're not around antsy or anything like that. Very natural, pick me up. So if you need that energy, right here, TotalPackageEnergy.com. Make sure you hook it up. All right. So I want to start off. I just wanted to say, man, revolution and evolution, I just wanted to say, is not for the weak. I just want to be clear with that. Evolution and revolution is not for the weak. All right. Now, if you hear you see you at my channel, I have a certain energy. I'm both. I'm actually balanced. I'm right in the middle. I'm a dragon and a phoenix. I'm very balanced in my energy. However, when I do this, the energy calls for me to be aggressive because the energy has to come to you that way to get you to get up and move. I got my dragon more stuff on today. Who is that? Who is that? Rainstorm. Appreciate you. So the energy that flows through me, this is how it comes out. I'm very aggressive. I've told you, out of 22 astrological signs, I'm 18 aggressive. Now, however, that's in Western astrology. In Eastern astrology, I'm actually a water sign, so I'm very balanced. But when I pick and choose the energy that I need when I'm trying to convey information. So when I'm conveying information to you, this is very volatile right now. You're in a time of change. There's no time to sit back and be like, we were once the greatest people in the world. We were the Moors, and the Moors ruled. And we ruled for an endless time, until the Caucasian showed his face upon the planet. Until then, we ruled everything. You ain't got no time for that shit. You want to look up your history? Go right ahead. Do that shit. Right now, we got to bring you information that's practical. That's gonna affect your life now and move you now. So, when I'm bringing this information to you, you may see me jump all over the place. I may jump from to scholar to brother from the hood to maybe the white voice. I'm bringing information to you in the different ways that is flowing through me in order to get you to understand it. So if you're weak at heart and you don't like aggressive energy, you got to bounce. This is how I bring energy. This is how I bring information. This is my energy. And so I appreciate the people who understand what I'm doing, because I could sit here and talk like a goddamn Caucasian scholar from the university all day long. I can do that shit all day. That ain't how y'all need the information. Niggas are complacent. Y'all niggas need to get up off your ass. And to do that, y'all need somebody sparking you to do that. Now, I know everybody is not like that. They're not, you don't necessarily need people talking to you like that to get up off your ass. However, most of you, 90% of y'all who have been in this bullshit, this is what we need. So this is how I bring information. And also, When I'm bringing information to you, every week I'm going through so much information. I see so much stuff during the week, like just during the day. In a day, I process so much information from different news sources. So when I bring you this stuff, I may remember the links because I'm actually seeing this stuff. I may remember the links, but I may not. But the whole point is information is for the seeker, not the teacher. So if I tell you something and you really want to know it, then it's up to you to go fucking look it up. For sure, it's up to you to go look it up. Again, my first philosophy is don't believe shit I say. Don't believe nothing. You understand me? Don't believe a goddamn thing I say. Go look it up for yourself. See, I'm not out here praising it, hoping you believe me. I don't need no followers or nothing like that. I don't need all of that. I need gods side by side. I don't need nobody behind me. I need gods and goddesses side by side. So that means you need to elevate your consciousness to the level of where we all are on this plane. So that means you need to get your ass out there, and whatever information I put out, if I say, boom, this is a study that's doing boom, boom, that's done this, I may give you the link, but I may not. Go look it up. I told you most of the information that I get this from is from the Telegram. Go join Stu Peters' Telegram page. And it's not STU, it's STEW, Stu Peters. A lot of y'all were misspelling his name. Real world news. The Phoenix Rises. If any of my moderators are in here, and shout out to my moderators. I appreciate y'all, Tish and Gwendolyn Bonner and Melly Mel. And Brian, appreciate y'all. But if you guys are in here, please put the Telegram pages in the chat so people can go find it. But this, again, information is for the seeker, not the teacher. So if you really want to learn something, it ain't supposed to be laid out at your goddamn feet so you don't have to do no work for it. Information is only yours actually when you put the information to work, to use, when you use it. And then you truly know that it's yours. Otherwise, it's just some shit somebody told you. So if I'm sitting up here talking about shit and you say, well, where the link at? What nigga, don't ask me for the link. I done told y'all already. Yo, lazy ADD ass niggas. Get your asses out there and look that shit up. I could absolutely give you the link. Everything that I tell you, I could back it up and smash anybody who tries to challenge me with the information, for sure. However, again, that ain't what I'm here for. I don't give a shit if you believe me or not. That's not what I'm here for. We are in a very dire time of change right now. What are you gonna do in that time? Are you gonna sit the fuck back and remain the niggas that you used to be in the past and not get nothing done? Or are you gonna elevate your consciousness, your game, your knowledge, and then when this shit starts to change, we can create a new way for you to be able to move ahead? What the fuck is you gonna do? Figure that shit out. All right, that was my little Rizzy rant. So, and I just want y'all to know, because it's really volatile, that we have to move past the way we think. Caucasian people, the reason they succeed is because they live for the future. Y'all understand that? Caucasian people live their lives for the future generations. And one of that and a lot of that may be because, they're on the downswing, or they've been, they're, as far as population, they're, as far as melanated people and non-melanated people in the world, they have, there's more melanated people than non-melanated people. So they have to live for the survival, of non-melanated people. And I'm just saying everybody's the human family, but I'm just talking about the people who are in that position and the way they think. So, but they live for the next generations. They plan and plot and plan 15, 20, 30 years ahead in order for the next generations to be good. We don't do that. We live in the now. What can I fucking get now? Does this information benefit me now? All right, well, shit, I don't need to know it then. But that's not true. You need to know information that benefits you now and also benefits the people who will come after you. Because what if the people who came before us thought that and said, fuck these niggas, ain't gonna leave no goddamn fucking world for these niggas to feed off of? What if that happened before and then your ass came up and you had no resources? So this is what we have to do in order to make ways and futures and pathways for ourselves in the future. The word succeed means what comes next. It literally, go look it up. Go look up the etymology. The word succeed means what comes after, what comes next. And we never succeed because we not thinking about that ever. Caucasians are always planning on what comes next. Look at the WEF, the World Economic Forum. They've been planning this goddamn Pandeezy shit for 20, 30, 40 years. And they still got some shit planned for the next 15, 20, 30 years after that. What you got planned? Oh, wait. What the hell you niggas got planned? Other than watching the next football game or the next championship. Or seeing who's gonna win the next versus. Come on, y'all. You got to change the game up. Remember, succeed means what comes next. And so if you guys want to succeed in this damn world that you have been kept down in purposefully, then you need to plan on what comes next. And a lot of that is, you know, sitting your ass down and learning this damn system. A lot of y'all don't want to learn the system because it takes too much time. It may take a year for y'all to sit down and really focus and buckle down for y'all to learn the system. Y'all think I ain't got no time for that shit. But if that buckling down for a whole goddamn year will fucking free the rest of your future up, why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you buckle down for a year to keep popo off your ass for the rest of your life? Does that sound like motherfucker something that you shouldn't do? You give up your year to bullshit all the time. How much bullshit do you give your year to all the time? That's not going to keep the popo from sticking a goddamn taser up your ass. Or what they call it, ride the lightning. That's what they call tasering your ass, popo. They call it ride the lightning. So how many of y'all know how to stop the popo from making you ride the lightning? 99% of you don't. So that's what I mean by planning for the next. If we sat down in we sat down and we focused on the next generation to make it easier for them, then boom, we sat down and taught them the rules to the game so that they know how to maneuver and duck, and then Heisman niggas and Heisman the system. Then you can start to move in a way that's going to benefit everyone, not just you now. So I just wanted to get that off, man, because a lot of y'all, man, you're waiting for shit instead of getting up and doing it. Think about these children. This is why they're able to take over the children now, because we're complacent. We sit back. We don't think about, man. Start thinking, brothers and sisters. All right, so on the 18th, your boy Sleepy Joe, he said the Pandeezy's over. Let's all go home, everybody. Thank you. Good night. Good night, everybody. Pandeezy's over. Sorry I killed the gang of you niggas. Sorry I ruined a bunch of y'all niggas' lives. Deuces. Pandeezy over. If the Pandeezy's over, everything that involved being in a state of emergency because of the Pandeezy should be over. But what happened was, as soon as he said that shit, the White House came out, hey, what he meant was, he said that, but what he actually meant, because we gotta talk for that nigga. What he actually meant was, we're getting a hold of it, we're grabbing it, we're trying to lasso it, but it's still out there though. So we really need to be vigilant, we need to be vigilant about staying on top. So there is a pen, but we're moving closer to the edge. These niggas they came out here trying to explain all of this shit. He said the Pandeezy is over twice. So the president of the United States don't know who can declare the Pandeezy. He don't know when it's over. He got to have his whole goddamn staff come in and be like, hey, my nigga, hey, I know what he said. I know what he said. Y'all know that nigga be tripping sometime. Come on, man. Y'all know that nigga be tripping. What it meant was, nah, he said the Pandeezy's over. So you guys can use this. All of these I told you about when they do this stuff in public, these are bullets, metaphorically, bullets for your, ammunition for your gun to fight back. Your metaphoric, your fight the power gun. So if the president says that the Pandeezy's over, then you can use that. Who can counteract the president? because he didn't come back and counteract it. He didn't say it wasn't. He didn't come back and be like, you know what? I made a mistake. He didn't say that. It's the staff who came back and say that. So you can use, again, you can use what the president says if, you know, again, gathering up your whole argument against all of this bullshit. That's what you guys got to start doing. And so part of that, that's why we did this with this letter right here. That's what this letter does. All of these list all of the things that they have said that's happened with the Pandeeezy. All of these things right here list everything. Also links to where they can find those things in the government website. So these are just, again, gathering your Easter eggs to be able to go back at them when you absolutely need to. So if the Pandeeezy's over, why are they still pushing the mandates in New York? Now, it's crazy because right after that, right now, again, so 850 teachers in New York got fired. Well, they say got fired, and then the way they trying to describe it is they said they got let off, or they were forced to resign, because what they did was when the Pandeeezy was going, instead of take the cupcake, they said, all right, well, we'll take a year off with pay. And then when that year is over, we promise that, we promise that we'll get the cupcake. And so when the year is up, they didn't get the cupcake, then they forced them to resign. So it's not necessarily like they got fired. They signed a deal where they promised to do it after taking off for a year. But again, they still shouldn't be forced to do this, even if they did sign that deal, especially with all of the evidence that has come out now about the cupcake. They should not be forced to do this at all. You can I'm telling y'all got to get litigious. Litigious means lawsuit gangster. Y'all got to start getting lawsuit gangster with these goddamn with the government, man. Because the government just think y'all don't know anything. This is the only way they able to implement all of this stuff, because they know that people in society don't know how to get back at them. That's the only reason they're able to do this. They would never be so bold as to try to do something like this on all the people in the world if they believe y'all knew anything. They know y'all don't know shit. So, hey, we can go and smash on all these niggas. So, again, you're going to have to get in the game. And when I say don't let Caucasians save the world, I mean don't let them be the only ones to save America. Because they out there mashing right now in the law. And if I got some Caucasian viewers, don't be getting butt hurt because I say the melanated people got to get in the game. That's what we got to do. We got to get in the goddamn game. And so you can't let Caucasians be the only ones to say shit, because there are Caucasians who are out there, the ones who are doing this, they'll come back and be like, yeah, we saved you niggas. We saved you niggas. You weren't anywhere. You didn't do any fucking thing. You sat on your ass. You watched LeBron. You watched motherfucking football. You didn't do anything. You sat on your ass smoking weed, smoking your fucking blunts, and you didn't do anything. Well, we were up there marching. We were marching in courts. We were putting it down. That's how they're going to talk. So don't let them be the only ones to get out there and affect change. Now, when Biden did this, when he said that the Pandeezy is over, the stocks for the cupcake companies all plummeted. Did y'all see that? That's why they came back with like, hey, that's why the staff, everybody came back with like, oh, he didn't mean that. Oh, hey, ho, whoa. They didn't, so they came back, they had to stop that. Them cupcake companies got, what the fuck this nigga say? Hey, Biden, I'll pimp slap shit. Hey, somebody get over there and pimp slap shit out of Biden. What this nigga, this nigga just say the Pandeezy's over? Hey, nigga, hey, go get this nigga. That's what happened right there. They like, this nigga said what? And they went out. And so, but he didn't bring it back in. Who was that? Simon Vision Media, appreciate you. So he didn't call it back in. It was all his staff that Everybody jumped on TV, from CBS to MSNBC. His staff jumped in. Let's just be aware. Let's just be aware. We're still not out of this. We have 300 people, or 300 to 400 people a day dying of the boogie V, which is where you get that goddamn number from. And who kicking the bucket? 80-something-year-old motherfuckers? We gonna be in a Pandeezy because 80-something-year-old people is kicking the bucket? Get the fuck out of here. So, so that's they come out with that statistic, or 3,000 people a week. That means over 100,000 people a year are dying. Wait a minute, bitch. You know how many motherfuckers die of heart disease a year? 600,000 people die of heart disease a year. Why we don't have a Pandeezy for that? Or overdosing, or any of the rest of this shit, the flu and all the rest of these things that have the same amount of deaths. We don't got no Pandeezy for that, but we need a Pandeezy for this one thing, because that's the mechanism of control that they have to implement over you niggas. They ain't letting that go. They can't let it go. And also, if they say the Pandeezy's over, y'all understand they got to take control of this government. You know what that allows them to do now? Now, because when they implemented the Pandeezy. That allowed for mail-in ballots, right? Shit that you can corrupt. You can corrupt mail-in ballots all damn day, right? Now, if the Pandeezy's over, there's no more mail-in ballots, y'all. Which means you got to take your ass down to the voting thing where they can really count the votes. Now, again, all of this is bullshit. However, if you can tweak the system and get in there, they can steal some elections like they did with the orangutan Avenger. Those generals and admirals and stuff all in the military, they're the ones who got him in there. They did a coup and got him in the office. So they're afraid of this shit like crazy right now. So much so that New York is suing the hell out of Trump, trying to get his they trying to make him not do business at all in New York anymore. They're trying to sue him to where he can't do business at all. This nigga can't sell a bag of potato chips in New York. That's what they're trying to do. Now, why is this nigga that much of the public enemy? Where he first president to be raided by the FBI? This nigga getting sued. He getting mashed on by every goddamn organization in the country. And he not even the president. He don't even be on TV no more. Why are they mashing on this nigga? Because they don't want this nigga to get back in the office and fuck up this globalization shit that they got going. Because that's what he gonna do if he gets back in there. So they like, nigga, nah, we about to disrupt this whole shit from the jump, right? So the crack scene companies plummeted, jumped on the goddamn horn, told your boy Beezy, or his staff, because they're the ones who run everything. Y'all niggas better get your asses on TV and say something. You better say something right now. Hey, nigga, don't make me come down there, nigga, and pep slap all the hell of y'all, nigga. All y'all in that damn White House. Y'all better get on the goddamn horn on TV right now and say, we still in the Pandeezy. Now, they couldn't directly say we're still in the pandemic. They didn't directly say that, but because they can't directly contradict the words of the president. Like, directly contradict. What they'll say is, our policy hasn't changed on this or whatever. So they can't directly say that if he comes out and say we're not in the Pandeezy no more, they can't directly come out and say we are in the Pandeezy. You contradict the president? You definitely can't do that. So they got to come around and talk around it and move and do all this and shit and do all around it. But the word from the Pandeezy is over, right? So now, while all that's going on, there's a new Harvard study. Google it. I can put the link in there, but I ain't, because I got a whole lot of shit to do, so I'm not going to promise I'm going to come back in here and put all that shit in the description box. I might if I got time, but I probably not. So, go Google it. New Harvard study that said that the cupcake is 18 to 98 times more dangerous than the Boogie V. 18 to 98 times more dangerous than the Boogie V. So they basically said in the study, For every one person who got the boogie V and was saved from hospitalization. Yo, it's 600 and something y'all in here. It's only 200 likes. Again, with y'all ear hustling asses. Y'all niggas be doing the goddamn the ear funky chicken. Me up in there. What that nigga say? What that nigga say? Hey, get y'all asses out of here. Stop ear hustling. Fucking doing the funky chicken ear hustle. So push the like button, damn it. Y'all know how the algorithm goes. And see, it starts going up because y'all knew y'all was just sitting in here listening and not pushing the button. Y'all funny as hell. Y'all was like, oh shit, oh, my bad, my nigga. Like, oh yeah, nigga. Y'all some funny niggas. So Harvard, so basically what they said is for every hospitalization that the Boogie V saved, there were 18 to 98 people who got an adverse effect. For each one, so 18 to 98 people who got an adverse effect from it for every one person that was saved from hospitalization. That's crazy. Now, what you gonna say? Harvard? Them niggas don't know what the fuck they talking about? Harvard, the top niggas in their world is Harvard. Harvard, Yale, Princeton. The top three, them the big three. Like LeBron and like LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and old boy and Chris Bosh. They the big three. So, but Harvard is the number one. Harvard is up there at the top, right? So Harvard came out and said that is 18 to 98 times more dangerous than the cupcake. You gonna dispute that? Is that misinformation? We can't say that. Harvard can come out and do the study, but we can't say can we repeat it? Because y'all gonna contradict Harvard? Harvard. Oh, sure, he went to Harvard. Y'all don't know that's 40. That's not 40, but Trading Places. Dan Aykroyd. Harvard. Oh, sure, he went to Harvard. So that's they got the study. 18 to 98 times more dangerous than the cupcake. So just so you know. Then while that's going on, again, Denmark, they banned the cupcake for everybody under 50. It's starting to come out, y'all. All the information is starting to come out. Who gonna take the blame? Let's play that game. We need to start a whole a game show. Who's gonna take the blame, everybody? Spin the wheel. Who's gonna take the blame? Donald Trump. Oh shit, everybody, it's Donald Trump. That's what's going on. You got Fauci, you got the World Economic Forum, everybody on the wheel. It's gonna stop right on Donald Trump. That shit is rigged too. So, but Denmark, they like, man, Denmark is like, this shit is bullshit. Everybody under 50, y'all should not take it. We actually not even should not take it. They banned it. So you can't take it in Denmark if you're under 50. So what is going on? It's all starting to come out. Too many niggas is dropping like flies right now. Prominent people too, doctors and high profile athletes and, you know what I'm saying, high profile executives, and all of these people are kicking the bucket. They like, oh shit, news reporters. It's going down. And so they can't hide it. If you see the life insurance, they show how much life insurance spiked in the last couple of years. That shit is up like a couple 100%. How many people kicking the bucket, especially from 35 to 55, which was a low number before, basically, and also of dying of the kicking the bucket of that. So that's what's going on. But then while that's going on, see, them showing you the contrast in other countries who are figuring this out. In America, how they still trying to implement this bullshit. Because in California, they just passed a law to punish doctors for spreading misinformation about the boogie V. Which basically means if you can't come out and challenge established science, what they call established science on a certain subject. So like, one of his doctors, Dr. Drew, he gave an example. He was like, what if, basically he's like, in the 90s, standard practice was to send you home with 90 Vicodin. Like, nigga, and we know motherfuckers become addicts. You can easily become addicted to prescription drugs. But he said in the 90s, though, the standard was to send your ass home with big ass 90 Vicodin. They don't do that no more. Because the new science says that shit is addicting and you can die. You can get your ass killed, right? So what if you challenged that this law was out back then? If you challenged it, they could take your license. What they said now is the law is that they won't take your license. You'll be up for review with the medical board. Now, you know they're going to put the smash down on the medical board to kick niggas out. You know that the government not just going to leave the medical board alone. They're like, hey, you medical board, you handle everything, guys. Thanks. We appreciate you. We're over here if you need us. Nigga, they going to be right there in the medical board, right over the nigga medical board shoulder. Like, you see what that nigga said about the... You know, slap me. Hey, nigga, you see what he said right there? Huh? Medical board, like, damn, all right. Like, all right, hold on. They gonna be right over to put the medical board. Hey, nigga, you see that? Like, you see that, what he said? So, that's what's going down. Again, you got on the surface, we're over it. On the low, they're still implementing the control factors, the control mechanisms over niggas. So don't get caught up in the bull crap, y'all. So, and then Bill Gates, your boy Kill Bill. Did y'all hear about Kill Bill? What he told Trump at a party when they met? Now this show, man, your boy Kill Bill, this nigga's, he is on some bullshit. Your boy Kill Bill is on some bullshit. So, at a meeting, he said, this is a quote that they got from MSNBC. So this was an interview that they had from Chris Hayes on NBC. I think it was, he just put it out, but I think it was something that he had recorded a while back. And so it's an exclusive. You can't see this on any other channel. So they were asking Kill Bill if he had a relationship with Trump, if he knew Trump before he became president, and he tried to downplay it. Now y'all know them niggas went out to the Epstein Isle, allegedly. You know them niggas was kicking it out and they was tag teaming. And on the Epstein the Epstein getaway. But he tried to act like, oh, I didn't know him. I didn't really know him at all. You know, I had seen him at a few parties. And then he said, at one of the parties, he saw him and he said that he was talking to him and Trump had mentioned that, this is while he was president. So he said Trump had mentioned that he wanted to convene a committee on researching the adverse effects of cupcakes. And this nigga Bill Gates said, no. That would be, he said, that would lead to a dead end. That would be a bad idea. Don't do that. Those are three quotes. That's what he said. He said, no, that would be a dead end. That would be a bad idea. Don't do that. Now, why in the hell would you not want to look into the adverse effects of cupcakes? If people are getting injured by these corporations whose bottom line it is to make money first, not to heal people, that's a real thing, you guys. The bottom line of all crack scene companies, of all cupcake companies, is to make profit first. That's actually every corporation. That's a law. That's got you, just so you don't know, that was a Supreme Court ruling. Every corporation's first priority is to the stockholders, is to make money for the stockholder. That's a law. Go look up the documentary, The Corporation. All right, that's a real, if you haven't seen that, all of you guys should watch that anyway. That documentary came out like 10, 15 years ago. Go watch The Corporation. Great documentary, breaks down this whole thing, but it breaks down that law while how the corporations, their first priority is to make money. So, including crack scene companies. So, So your boy Kill Bill, he goes and I'm about to break down how much money he got invested, but he goes to Trump and said, no, don't do that. Because the reason Trump was going to do it is because Robert Kennedy was in his ear telling him, like, yo, Robert Kennedy is the biggest advocate or dissenter against vaccines right now in the world. He has the resources to back him. So he said, nope, that would be a bad idea. No, he said that would lead to a dead end. That would be a bad idea. Don't do that. Now, you see how this boy is directly, and the thing is, he admits all this stuff on camera. I don't know if y'all notice how Kill Bill admits everything. He said, oh, how unfortunate it was that the Boogie V didn't kill more people. Did y'all hear him say that? He said, oh, it's unfortunate that the Boogie V didn't kill more people. He said that shit. He told you that the Boogie V was coming 5 years before it came. He showed you on the screen. Hey, this is coming, y'all. Then the fool, there was another thing. I forgot that lecture. We was talking about cupcakes and how they wanted to implement cupcakes in mainstream society. But then on this right here, he says, yo, nigga, we don't need no checks and balances on the cupcake. What you doing? We don't need you looking in our pocket, nigga. Nah. So he understood, he knew he had the plan coming from the jump. And so if y'all don't know, did y'all see the video that was recorded in the 1990s that said they showed the real name of the Kill Bill and Melinda Foundation? Did y'all know the original name for the Kill Bill and Melinda Foundation was the Bill and Melinda Institute for Population Control and reproductive. So basically, yeah. So it was called the Bill and Melinda Institute for Population Control. They changed it. The new name for it now, because you can go look it up. Just look up. You can just go type up Institute for Population Control. You don't even have to put their name in front of it. Go in Google and type up Institute for Population Control. Watch their name come up. Their name is going to come up, pretty much only them, because their new institute is called the Institute for Population and Reproductive Health. So they had to change the name. Population and Reproductive Health. Okay, my nigga. We done heard you say that we can get population down through cupcakes. He said that. That's the other thing that he said in the public. We can get, the population is about, 7 billion on the world now, but we can get that down through vaccines and through cupcakes. He said that shit. Right out in the open. So then his original shit was the Institute for Population Control. Then this nigga broke off how he has $10 billion. This is years ago. He got more now. But some years ago, he broke off on the news, excuse me, how he has $10 billion invested in cupcakes around the world. Because they said, because the lady asked him, is our cupcakes a very profitable business to be in? And he said, oh, for sure. Because she said, you have $10 billion. You've invested $10 billion in cupcakes. Is it profitable? He said, oh, he said he made, what did he say? He got a 20-to-1 return on his money invested in cupcakes. He done told you. But then he goes on the news and he said that people who say that he's invested in cupcakes for money is a conspiracy theory. When he's right on the news saying he made 20-to-1 profit off a $10 billion investment. So, yeah, your boy Kill Bill is doing just that. He's doing just that. And I believe also that's probably why his wife left him, because she didn't want to, it was too much. She saw the big plan and she didn't want to get her spirit or energy involved in where it was going to go. So she backed out before the plan went down. She was like, no, I'm out. I'm out. I was with you on the rest of the bullshit, but now I'm out. You're going to kill the world? Nah. But girl, you still in it, girl. You helped him do all the rest of this other bullshit, so you don't get to back the fuck out. Get the fuck out of here, girl. You don't get to help him fucking do all this other shit, take out everybody else and prepare to do all of this and be like, oh, no, I'm out now. Nuh-uh. Sorry, girl. So then, there's a new report by this lawyer called Thomas Renz, R-E-N-Z. Thomas Renz, look him up. He's based in his, you can look him up and know his website will come up where he has the report. Thomas Renz. He basically shows in his report that Fauci knew the Boogie V escaped from the Wu-Tang. He has all the documentation. He does a PowerPoint. He does a presentation. He did one for the government. He did it for the government. He did the PowerPoint presentation for the government. And he has it on his website showing you that your boy Fauci knew that the Boogie V escaped from the Wu-Tang. And that it possibly also escaped from America, a lab in America. He knew this shit. And then they got them trying to cover it up. They got them sending back correspondence and shit trying to cover it up. So then, while they found that out, there's a new book by Robert Kennedy Jr. coming out in October, at the end of October, I think, called the Wu-Tang cover-up. the Wuhan cover-up, right? So this is, I can say that in context with this. So the new book is called The Wuhan Cover-Up by Robert Kennedy. And basically, it's exposing your boy Fauci how he's connected to all the cupcake companies receiving money, getting paid by all the cupcake companies. But he basically said it in the first book that he did, the real Fauci. But now he went in a deep dive on this shit. He went and found whistleblowers and everybody. This nigga got everybody about to smash on this. So that book is coming out in October. Fauci knew, your boy Fauci knows that book is coming out. So he like, nigga, peace. You know why? Because as a public official, when they, so they're getting ready, they're talking about when the Republicans, when they take over and after the election, when they take over, they're gonna do all these goddamn investigations on your boy Fauci, right? So he gotta come now. They're doing investigating, you know, they're not indicting him, but they're doing hearings, asking him questions, right? Senate hearings. They're asking him questions. That's where your boy Rand Paul be going in there and trying to act like he be scolding them and shit, right? To me, that's a game to me, but it's a pretty good game. He looked like he really doing some shit. But when he asked him, he was like, Fauci, he's like, how many royalties you getting from these cupcake companies? And he was like, I don't have to disclose that. Basically, the law says I don't have to disclose that. He didn't answer. He said, I don't really have to tell you, right? So now, that's the law. That's a law that they wrote that says he doesn't have to tell you. But if he does have to, if he's indicted, then he's on the stand. He does have to answer certain questions as a public official. As a private citizen, he can plead the fifth. See? Now you see why this nigga's bouncing. As a private citizen, he can plead the fifth all day. When you start asking him, does he have a link with this company? Did he receive royalties from that company? Was he involved in the creation of this? I plead the fifth. You see how he getting down? Your boy Fauci. They told him, nigga, you need to get the fuck out and shut up. You get your ass out and shut the hell up. Don't say a goddamn word. You understand me? So that's why he's leaving. But when he leaves, a lot of people don't even know, when that nigga leaves, he gets $350,000 a year in what is it? You know, what do you when you leave your job? What do you get? What the hell is that shit called? Come on, people, y'all know what the hell it is when you leave your job and you get paid still. I ain't worked for nobody in 20-something years, so I don't remember what the fuck retirement or not retirement, but it's like, what is it called when you get? I think it is retirement. So he gets 350. That he get 350. What was that? Your severance. No, it's not. It's not severance because he gets it every year. Severance pay just when you leave, they pay you that. He gets this every year. Like this is his payment for leaving. He gets you know, you get paid for all the years that you worked at a job. You get paid. So what is that called? It shit escapes me now, yo. But I'm sure y'all remember. So again, so that's happening, and again, so I told you that about the teachers that got fired for the cupcakes. But then, as the people in New York are getting fired for the cupcakes, did you guys see? Did you guys see the damn it, how did I get that off? Oops. Uh-oh. Sorry, y'all. There's a whole lot of y'all coming up. I can't see none. All right, so did you guys see the commercial? So they have a commercial now, which is crazy. They have a commercial for with a child. It's a cartoon kind of. It's a collageual cartoon that they made, but it's with a child talking, and it's about having myocarditis. Tell me y'all saw that. Please tell me y'all saw that. That is crazy. You know why? Because all of the children who are getting the myocarditis from the cupcakes, they can't explain it. They can't explain it. So now they had these commercials for children to try to explain children. Well, the child was saying that they felt bad one day. They had a stomach ache and they went to the doctor and discovered that they had something called myocarditis. And then the doctors gave them a bunch of medicine. They stayed in the hospital. The doctor gave them a bunch of medicine, and now I feel better and I can go and live my life. No, you can't. If a child gets myocarditis, their life is not the same ever again. That's an enlarged heart. You can't do the same shit that you would have done before that. That's a scar. It's scarred. That shit doesn't be removed, allegedly. Now, I think by proper nutrition and working out and oxygenating the body, that you can heal anything in the body. The body's an intelligence. You can't tell it that what it can't do. You just tell it what it can do, and it'll do it for you. All right, as long as you don't put any limitations on it. All right, mind rules the body. But they have commercials now for children to get them comfortable with having myocarditis. This is insane. When no children is kicking the bucket from no Boogie V, but they're telling you still, you got to go get your children cupcaked. It's the responsible thing to do. Be responsible to society. Nah, these niggas are out here absolutely bullshit. So please understand that this is they're trying to I told you last week, they're implementing on different levels, but they cannot let this go. They've been planning this for the longest time. It ain't going well. Just so we're clear, it's not going well for them, which is why they're scrambling all over the goddamn place. It is not going well for them. The plan ain't going well, which means we need to keep our foot on the gas on these niggas. They thought they were going to be able to just bypass this past all of us, and it's not happening like that. They are in a world of panic because it's not going down. People are fighting back all over the goddamn world. The farmers, in Lebanon, You see how they trying to stop? They tried to shut the banks down in Lebanon. In Lebanon, people are robbing the banks for their own money. Did y'all see that? Please tell me how. So basically, the World Economic Forum, they said they're working for you to take away basically your property, right? They said that you're gonna own nothing and be happy, right? That's their motto. You're gonna own nothing and be happy. And there was another something that they said, and you're gonna be happy, right? So this was part of the plan. So they have to basically bankrupt everybody. They have to shut the systems down and try to bankrupt you, right? In order to take down, again, they're trying to create just these two classes, the upper class and the lower class. No middle. This is a void right here. The people down here are going to be dependent on the people up here. This is where they're trying to do, right? While all telling you there's no such thing as binary, but they're trying to create a binary system of rich and poor. Rich and poor. That's it. They're trying to create a binary system, right? So they're trying to take all the things that you own and try to tell you, well, you don't need possessions as long, possessions cause, they cause strife and grief for the people who own these things because you constantly have to worry about the things you own and blah, 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 and all this and that. Now, that is a philosophical argument. You shouldn't have no attachments to physical things. That's absolutely a philosophical argument. One of the laws of the universe, no attachments. They're one of the very first laws. Actually, if you're gonna be able to evolve to a higher consciousness, you cannot have attachments to anything physical. That includes people. Just so y'all know, that includes people, animals, anything. You have to understand that everything in this world is finite, and it has its beginning and it has its ending. So therefore, I cannot be attached to it. I can only enjoy it for the time that I have with it. When it leaves, then I have to just understand that it's time. It was its time to come and then go. And I have to be okay with that and not hold on to it and then take the lesson that I learned from having my time with whatever that was, my experience. So they're true. No attachments is supposed to be a good thing. However, for these niggas, they're trying to steal your shit. And you can't leave anything to future generations and, to free them. Because when they take your shit, freedom right now is about assets in this world that they've created. You have to have assets. That's why you had, and I mean assets meaning something that appreciates, not depreciates. And that's just, something that depreciates is not an asset. Everybody, that means your cars and just all the bullshit clothes and all the rest of that shit that has, as soon as you buy it, the value drops fucking 75% as soon as you buy the shit. Those things have no value. They're not assets. Assets are things that appreciate with time, like precious metals and houses, property, and all the rest of that shit. So they don't want you to have anything because you can pass that to the people, to the future generations, and then they won't be able to take over the future generations because they have something. They need you to not have anything in order to control your ass, right? So you will have nothing, which is why y'all got to reclaim your status. If you're Aboriginal, you got to reclaim your status. If if you're not Aboriginal in the system, then you're going to have to learn how to sue the corporation that is the United States of America. They are a corporation. They can't do anything to you without your consent, your contractual consent, which you have given them with your documents, your passport, your driver's license, your birth certificate, ID cards, all the rest of that stuff. You've given them permission. You've given them permission to control you through contract. So, and just so you guys understand, Aboriginal status is the highest status in the world. That's just the way it is. Even the United Nations recognizes that. The United Nations Declaration of Rights of Indigenous People, also the American Declaration of Rights of Indigenous People, that it's a thing. Your indigenous people have the highest status. Now, do you know how to use your status? Absolutely not. You don't know shit. You don't know. Most indigenous people have no idea how to use their status. Also, they don't know that governments are corporations and you can actually come at them like you go sue them like you would Arby's. You know what I'm saying? Or McDonald's or any one of these damn corporations or Chick-fil-A. You can sue the government like you could sue them. But you can't sue the government if you don't know the true face of the corporation that is the government. See, this is why you have to learn the law. This is the thing. This is what we teach as far as changing your status. understanding. Basically, it's the matrix. It's not seeing the government as this, you know, as this one big giant sovereign entity. You see it as it truly is, an entity on a piece of paper. That's all the government is. It's an entity on a piece of paper. It's a corporation that you can get remedy from. You can get due process from if you know procedure, legal procedure. But if you don't know that, if you don't know the legal person to talk to in a corporation, when you want to sue them, then how can you sue them? See, that's law. That's corporate law. If I wanted to sue a corporation, who do I go? Who do I sue? Who do I send the information to? See, y'all don't know that. That person is called, excuse me, that person is called a registered agent. Every corporation in every state has to have something called a registered agent to receive legal correspondence. Meaning, if I want to sue them, I have to send send the lawsuit to a registered agent of the corporation. They're the only people that is liable or obligated to hear from the public. So I'll give you an example. If I want to sue, if I want to sue McDonald's, I can't send paperwork to the McDonald's on the corner to say, I'm suing y'all. You know why? That's not the corporation. They're not obligated to hear you legally. I can't send it to just a branch of the of McDonald's and say, well, I've notified you. I've noticed you. That's what a lot of y'all niggas do in status. Y'all send y'all paperwork to the Department of Justice and think you notified the government of your status. You haven't done anything. The Department of Justice they're not obligated to hear you. They're just a department of the corporation. Remember, a corporation is a giant body, right? So the registered agent is the ear of the body. You may be talking to the knee or the foot. They not live. They can't hear you down there. So changing your status allows you to be able to sue the corporation on a higher status, But also, if you just take your sovereignty back, your God-given sovereignty back from the corporation, meaning just severed your paperwork. Anybody can do this. Now, I'd say Aboriginal people have the highest status in the land because you're first on the land. But anybody from the land is called native, and you also have land rights. But Aboriginals just means first from the land. That's all that means, first in time, right? So, but everybody, if you're born to a land, then you also have those rights. You can sever those rights from that corporation and take your status back. And what you would do after that, because so they can't come and get your shit, then you would take whatever you have and place it in a trust. It's called an aboriginal trust. You take your status, and again, I never really talk about this because I don't, you know what I'm saying, I don't be trying to push, change your status unless you really want to do that, but I'm breaking you down right now. So, so you change your status, you take that, your all your property, you place it in an aboriginal trust, place your status on that, and then now that corporation, the United States of America, they cannot break that status because it's the highest in the land. They're a corporation, you're a flesh and blood person, aboriginal, who is an inheritor of the land. So it's very intricate, but you would have taking your status back, put you back on a higher level than any of these corporations around the world because you are first in time from the land. So that's the true way if you want to get back. And that's everyone. Aboriginals just have a higher claim just as anywhere else in the land because you are from the land first. That's all. But everyone can take their status back. So if you want to do that, go to patreon.com/Reelnagas, sign up to one of the status classes, and you can do that. If you don't, then don't. I didn't do this as a damn commercial for that. If you don't, then don't. Trust me. I don't need your money to do that. I got my status. I've been sovereign for 20-something years. I don't need you. Trust me. But if you want to do that, we'll teach you how to do that. Sever your contracts from the corporation, United States of America, Inc., a Delaware corporation whose file number is 2193946. So that's who you would actually be suing, not the United States of America sovereign government. You would be suing the United States of America, Inc. But again, you have to get your knowledge back or get your knowledge up to learn how to do that. So, like I said now, they're trying to they're trying to cause this corruption of this financial corruption in the world, like they've done in any other time. So banks are around the world are in financial crisis, like the one in Lebanon. But Lebanon people ain't having it. Them niggas is kicking in the door like, bitch, with my money, bitch. Nigga, with my fucking money, nigga. They really doing that. I'm like, I'm not playing. They kicked the one of the dudes, he kicked a hole in the window. They broke in there, they snatched their money, and to get out, they was trying to block the entrance. Who that? Furious Dabs, appreciate you. They tried to block the entrance, so them niggas just kicked the window out. And people start helping them. The security guards and shit was helping them because they knew their money was gone too. They were like, nigga, fuck all this. Nobody was stopping them. The security guard literally handed the nigga a chair. Was like, hey, nigga, break the... Here you go, my nigga. Because they understand at some point in time, the people that they use to implement this control, these people start to understand, oh, wait a minute, nigga. They doing the same shit to me too, nigga. So they starting to realize that, and they're starting to fight back, which is why, again, their plan is not going according to plan. They are messing up around the world. What up, Tish? They're messing up. They're messing up. So let's keep our foot on the gas. But their plan is multifaceted. They just hired hundreds of thousands. The WEF, go look this up. The WEF just hired hundreds of thousands of what they call misinformation warriors. That's a real thing. Excuse me, misinformation warriors. Now, when you talk to the representative, excuse me, of the WEF, they said they're misinformation volunteers, right? So what is a misinformation volunteer? They're gonna put all these people on watch on all the social media and blogs and all of these things to see who's saying adverse things or misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation against the established narrative, right? The Boogie V narrative, the cupcake narrative, the voter fraud narrative, all of these things. So they're gonna be in there. So if you got your thing going, and right now, if we in the live stream right now and I'm talking all this shit, they'll send some nigga in here in the chat to start being like, this nigga Kev is full of bullshit, man. This nigga don't be knowing what he talking about, boo, 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 boo. And then, so that drums up disinformation and strife within the group of the person who putting out the information. So that's what their plan is, to go and cause strife and bullshit and act like the person who's putting out the information doesn't know what they know. That's their plan. Hundreds of thousands of misinformation warriors. They call them volunteers because this is legally. Because if they said if they were paying them to do it, then they could be legally sued. They can be liable. Because wait a minute, you're going to pay people to counter actual information of people that they're putting out and to say it's disinformation. Those people could be sued if they got caught doing it and the WEF was funding it. So they said, well, we're just volunteering because we believe that the misinformation is messing up the world, and we want to fight back against misinformation and all blah, 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 right? So this is what the narrative that the volunteers are going to have, so that you can't go back and sue the WEF and say, you paid these people to come and slander me. This is real shit, y'all. This is why I say revolution and evolution is not for the weak. All of this is going on right now. And if you can't be sitting back chilling, listening to niggas who sound good, fuck that shit. Listening to me, listening, to Black Magic 363, listening to Urban X, and all the rest of these niggas who we all sitting up here trying to break y'all off and get y'all moving and activated. Don't be sitting back fucking mentally masturbating on them because the information sound good. Get up and use the shit. Because they are putting the mash down on y'all right now, man. So, again, my information, everybody ain't going to get saved. And I'm cool with that because a lot of you niggas, y'all ain't doing shit no way. So, see you niggas on the next go around. However, the warriors are made for this time. The spiritual warriors the universal law warriors, your time is now. So if you've been thinking, oh, maybe should I get your ass up. God damn it. You know how many people I hear in the interviews that we get like, man, I've been listening to you for a couple years, man, and I was finally, man, I just said, God damn it, that means it was talking to you. Your higher consciousness, your higher self was talking to you all that time. Why the hell did it take you that long? And I ain't trying to shit on nobody who was in it, but I'm just saying, anybody who's out there, why is it taking you so long if you know your higher consciousness is telling you to get off your ass and start learning some shit? Again, sacrifice some of this time. Put aside 6 months to a year to sit down and learn what you need to learn to free you for the rest of your damn life. Stop being lazy ass ADD niggas. So, then, now, did y'all hear that your boy Elon Musk, so, you know, he got the battery, you know, he got the Tesla company. First of all, Teslas are bullshit, just so y'all know. Y'all should never buy a Tesla because you don't own it. Just so y'all know. Y'all can't get, if you try to get another, if the battery went out, try to get another battery, the battery's like $25,000. They don't let you don't really own it. If you want to go in and make changes to it, you have to get permission from Tesla and all of this. So again, I would not own a Tesla. However, Elon Musk, you know, and they use lithium batteries, right? So basically he came out, his new technology that he's working on, the new battery technology that Elon is working on is graphene, carbon, basically carbon, because carbon stores energy. It's a perfect capacitor of energy and vibration. So he's like, shit, we should have been doing this the whole time. Carbon is what your melanin is. Your melanin is liquid carbon. Just so y'all know. This nigga gonna use it to make better batteries in the future. You sitting around walking around with the shit, you are a walking battery. A walking storage charged capacitor, and you have no idea what to do with the damn energy. Nothing. You don't know how to make it healthy. You don't know how to expand it, make it work for you, make you healthy, even though it's doing a lot of that stuff on its own because the melanin is an intelligence. They also says it's a molecule. So, and just so you know, everything, and this breaks this down, just so y'all know, make sure y'all get out there and understand your melanin science. Again, shout out to the brother who did a whole damn video, whole damn YouTube channel. He bought the book and he's breaking the whole thing down chapter by chapter. I don't remember the website. If somebody remembers that website, put it in the chat for the people because he's breaking it off. He's going through the chapter by chapter, breaking it off. But right here, this melanin right here, it says in this book that everything with color, everything that has color is melanin. That's what it said. Everything that has color is melanin. Salt, they call salt melanin. The actual, the scientific word for salt is melanin. They call it melanin in this bitch. Y'all better understand, man. Y'all walking gods around this bitch. You are walking God. Everyone is God. Just so we're clear. Everyone is God. Everyone has melanin. We just have different levels of it. But the reason that you were revered in time was because you were connected to your melanin and knew how to use it. Y'all don't know shit now. y'all don't even know that your melanin needs to be hydrated to work properly. That's the thing in here. It says it in here. They have to hydrate the melanin in order to have more conductivity. So now you understand why you got chicken, you got fried chicken place, Chinese food place, burger place, all these fast food places, liquor stores, every fucking thing in your hood that dehydrates your body. Sodas every goddamn where. My sister, shout out to my sister, man, but she is addicted to Sprite. Shout out to my sister, but my sister is addicted to Sprite. Love her to death. But boy, if you try to take a Sprite from her, she'll stab you in the neck. she'll stab you right. God, nigga, what you doing? That's how much Sprite got her. But Again, it dehydrates your body. All of these things dehydrate you, dehydrate your melanin so that you don't conduct properly. And so while they're out here doing science on carbon, which is truly melanin, they call the carbon melanin in the book. While they're out here doing the science on it and trying to use it in cosmetics, in film, movies, conductors, all of these things, they're using melanin, which is why it's $511 a gram on the stock market, $14,000 an ounce. Just so y'all know, an ounce of gold is only what, $1,600, $1,600. Melanin is $14,000 an ounce. So again, you want to understand that you have one of the most valuable commodities on the earth, and you should be learning how to use it, how to activate it. What can I do to power this shit up? How can I link it up with other people to create a greater power? Focused, in harmony. And just so y'all know, magnetism is when the molecules in a magnet, they're all in line and focused in one direction. That's where you get magnetism. So again, as above, so below. What happens when we all get organized and focus in one direction? What does that do to your power empowerment as far as melanin and just your internal consciousness power, your God power? Because anybody can do that. But melanin is a conductor, a superconductor. So what happens when you are able to do that and now you're superconducting on a massive level? What happens when what goes down when that happens? They said it in the civil rights movement. The civil rights movement happened because black people's melanin was turned on. That's a quote from the book. The civil rights movement happened because black people's melanin was turned on. So that means you can turn it on, click like a switch, and turn it off. It's called the threshold. So basically, when your melanin, when 200 volts of electricity run through your melanin, it reaches what's called the on threshold, meaning like a light switch. It turns on and can turn off. Do you know how to do it? Do you know how to make it do it internally? Nope. One of the biggest things they're looking for right now is something called a room temperature superconductor. Because most superconductors, in order for them to conduct, because what happens is when energy moves through a certain medium, it creates heat. And so there's a loss of energy, which means now it's only semi-conducting. If there's any loss of energy through the medium where the energy is passing through, it's called semi-conductivity, right? So in order for it to be completely conductive, it has to flow through the medium without losing any energy. So that's called superconductivity. How do you do that? That's when point A and point B are vibrating on the same frequency. That means energy can move from point A to point B at a lossless rate for eternity until one of the vibration changes. And at an endless distance. Doesn't matter where you are. If we're vibrating on the same frequency, I can send you a thought from here to China. That's a real thing they've discovered. So what are you doing? What are we doing to get back? All of these things empowers our godness, our godhood. What are you doing to get that back? Again, no followers. This ain't the time for followers. The time of followers was the age before. Nobody needs no followers nowadays. All the information out here, you need the followers because there was a lack of information to show you who you were, to put the mirror in front of you, to show you that you was God and how you can get your ass on and mash out in this universe. But now, too late. No, it's all kinds of things to show you who you are now. It's up to you to be able to pick that shit up and roll with it. There's no excuses anymore. So no followers, nobody behind. We need niggas on the side. I need to be locked up, linked up like the line, like the football line. Hey, nigga, you ain't busting through this shit right here. That's what we need. All right, we need an army of gods and goddesses, not followers. Now, some people are naturally followers. That's just the way it is. So we know you're gonna do your following thing, and no disrespect to y'all, but right now we need leading niggas. You followers, if y'all still wanna follow, then hang in the back. The leader niggas will tell you what you need to do. But right now, to make this shit match, we need to be side by side, shoulder to shoulder, everybody. And so that calls for you to reclaim your godness. And so get out there and figure that what all of that means. Understand who you are consciously, spiritually, physically. All of these things help to add for you to reclaim your godhood. All right. And so last thing I had to say, man, you gotta start taking your kids out of school. I'm gonna stay on this one. Hashtag straight pride. A lot of people hit me up with the hashtag. There's something called hashtag straight black pride. I'm not doing no. It ain't about straight black pride. This movement, they're trying to take down the world. We need everybody in this damn movement, not just melanated people. We need hashtag straight pride for everybody. And now again, we're not saying anything against the other community. I'm not downing you. I'm just pumping up what I like. All right? I ain't got to put you down to elevate myself. I'm just going to talk about the goodness, the godness of what it is to be connected as a divine masculine to the divine feminine, and that's what you should be doing as the divine feminine for the divine masculine. You don't have to put down anyone else to show what your power is. All you got to do is just shine. So you got to start taking your kids out of these schools, man. They have books. They have books in the school where they're showing, and these are children's books, where they're showing children, who is that? Bam, the super, what is that? Prodot. Thank you, appreciate you. They're showing children in the book with strap-ons giving head to the strap-on. That's what I said. They're showing in the book. These are books in children's schools, man. Where they're showing children the strap-ons giving fellatio head to the strap. Man, what in the... Teaching them anal sex with the strap. This is real shit. That boy Matt Walsh, he had it on his show this week. He did a... Matter of fact, he mashed out against it so bad because Vanderbilt was a clinic, when the Vanderbilt clinic was trying to press this shit. So he came out and he broke down all of this shit this week, and they tried to basically call for him to get thrown in jail because he was exposing what they were doing. Not that he was lying. They didn't want to challenge the nigga's ideas or his argument. They say, "Oh, what you're saying, you can cause harm to us by so we need to get him shut down and you need to arrest him." And I'm, what the fuck? Because I'm only literally showing what you put out there. They are coming. I told you, they're coming for your children. The gay men's choir out of San Francisco. They have the song, "We're coming for your children." That's what it says. That's how it goes. We're coming for your children. What? Man. So this is the time. As we say, we're in a new time, doing new things. It's a new way of thought, new way of doing things. Put your children, start homeschooling them. School co-ops, get with other people who are doing the same thing. Starting the school co-ops. You got to start doing this type of stuff. I know you want to, it was convenient to have the system work for you before, but in that convenience, it left you a slave. It left you powerless. You don't know how to do anything. You're completely reliant on the governmental titty. You don't know how to do shit. You don't know how to grow food for yourself. You don't know how to educate your own children. Y'all don't know how to do anything on your own. So it's time for y'all now to start separating because these niggas only want to control you. Public school at this point is just a medium of control. That's all it is. It's always been that, but especially now with technology and the way they can manipulate your children through all this technology shit, it's only a medium of control. There is no reason you should send your children to public school. And I don't want to hear like, well, they don't get to interact, you know, publicly with children. You can put them in sports. You can put them in public sports and they can do that. They don't need to be in school where the curriculum is designed to completely flip their consciousness against nature, against the harmony of nature. That's what they're doing. This one teacher, so this one Mexican brother in Florida, he was talking about how he's suing the school board. Who is that? Garrett, appreciate you, brother. He's suing the school board because his 12-year-old daughter, when the daughter went to school, the teacher, because they were a little confused, and the teacher started telling them maybe they were of the wrong gender, and so started calling the daughter he and him, and basically socially transitioned this man's daughter in school, in the classroom, without telling the parents. So the daughter would go home and they'd be quiet about this, right? But they would go home, receiving a different energy, but while at school, getting socially transitioned while in school. So then basically the daughter, she committed suicide. They were so confused, they tried to commit suicide. And so he basically pulled his daughter out of school, you know, basically got her back into, you know, got her some therapy, got her understanding who she was as a woman, or as a girl transitioning into a woman, all this and that. Completely the suicidal tendencies, the ideas and thoughts went away as they brought her back to who she was as growing up, and told her that confusion is natural when your body is changing as a young adult and this and that. When she started to understand these things, the suicidal things completely left. So they're doing this in the classroom, y'all. Without your knowledge, they are socially transitioning your kids, when then send them home to you to deal with the fuckery. They deal with them for what, about 7 hours a day, 6-7 hours a day, then send them home to you for the rest of the goddamn time, when you have to deal with you got to deal with the fuckery that they put in the child's head. Unless you start taking your power back. They said it was something like 1 million kids dropped out of school within the last year. Pulled out of public school. 1 million kids. Y'all better get on this. They are not fucking around. Ascending Infinite Goddess, Ascending Infinite Goddess, appreciate you. It's important to control yourself and your household. Absolutely. You have to do it. Protect the children. That's, again, they're coming for your children. They're coming for them. Again, to change their ideas. Again, this is their reasoning, is they want to make your children more tolerant. But why does me disagreeing with your idea means that I'm not tolerant? I just disagree with you. That doesn't mean I don't tolerate what you're doing. I just don't want you preaching to me that what you think is what I should think. But they get a hold of the children and they start fucking up the kids. But this stuff will never hold because it's antithetical to nature. It's the complete opposite to nature. Now they'll say, "Oh, animals in nature, they do male animals hunt male." No, that's not a regular thing. That's nothing that you will see survive. You don't see same-sex societies in nature. Again, whatever your experience is as a human, whatever you came to learn in your experience is what you came to learn. So whatever that is, you deal with that. However, don't act like I'm supposed to think like you. So like I say again, hashtag straight pride. You have to shine a light on the divine masculine and divine feminine. What's great about that? You know what's great about that? It keeps life going. That's the first goddamn thing. It produces even the people who are against that lifestyle. All you niggas got here from this lifestyle. So again, you got to get to the children. Please don't let them corrupt the children. It is imperative that we take those minds back, and you got to sequester your children and keep them away from that energy that they're trying to perpetuate in these schools. It is a open plan that they're trying to do. So don't let them do it. And so again, people, please get out and start learning these laws. I'm gonna push this on. I'm gonna push it on you until I see 1,000,000 Johnny Cochrans. So please get out here. You know, y'all know what this is. This is your car package. You keep this in the car. Constitutional rights. Let them know what that is and what happens if they violate those constitutional rights. Qualified immunity is what they get. Appreciate. Who was that? Oh man, who was that? Garrett. Oh, Garrett, appreciate you, brother. This qualified immunity lets them know what happened to their qualified immunity when you alert them on camera that they're in danger of violating your constitutional rights, and then they do it anyway. They lose that qualified immunity. Again, in police stop law classes, we've been seeing, we just showed last week in police stop law class how these police officers lost their qualified immunity. It happens, you guys. You guys just don't hear about it because they don't shout it from the mountaintop. But just so you guys know, police lose all the time. The police, when they get sued, they lose all the time. Y'all don't know that because when they lose, they have to sign agreements or non-disclosure agreements, or saying agreement that says that the police were not at fault, that they admit no guilt. So that's why you never really see anything move for us in law, is because when people accept the settlement, they have to say that the police were not at fault. So nothing ever, you can never go, you never set a precedent that the police did anything. But they lose all the goddamn time. Just so you know. And boom, making them lose is right here, is knowing your rights. If you see the videos that we show in Police Stop Law class every Sunday, sign up on Patreon if you want to join the classes, or knowyourrightsfoundation.org if you want to join the classes. But right here, we show how the police, they lose their qualified immunity all the time. So this is the notice that has all the Supreme Court cases that lets them know how they lose that qualified immunity. Supreme Court is the top court in the land, so nothing can outrule that. Thank you, Brandon Terry. Appreciate you. Nothing outrules the Supreme Court, so that is in stone right there. All right, then you already know. Go get the main book. This is the Bible. This is the Law Bible right here. We need y'all to get on this. Start teaching your kids. Make them do book reports. I'm serious about that. I'm playing, but I'm serious, man. I'd make my child, if I had a kid, they'd be doing a book report on this every week. Send on every damn chapter. I need to know. I would make my child a master of reasonable suspicion and probable cause before they left the house. You're gonna master this, because that's what they use to violate your rights. Reasonable suspicion. Oh, you look suspicious. Give me your ID. And you don't even know that suspicion is not a crime. They need to suspect you of committing a crime and being able to articulate how they expect you to commit a crime. Not that you look suspicious. You stand, hey, you look suspicious. Give me your ID. They do that all the time. And just so you know, the reason they ask for your ID all the goddamn time is because you may have warrants that you don't know about. They look your ass up, they take you into jail, and that's the easy way for them to get arrest on their record without having to do any real police work. That's why they ask you for your ID. So you should never give your ID over to a police officer who just walks up and asks you for it. Never, 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 never. Your response is, do you have reasonable suspicion that I have committed, am committing, or about to commit a crime? No matter what, whenever they ask you for your ID, unless you really committed a crime and you in violation, then you give over your ID. Other than that, if they just walk up and they just want to, they walk up and they're checking on something, or somebody else may have called the police without proving that you did anything, and the police walks up and they're trying to dispute something, and they say, well, let me see your ID. You have any ID on you? That's what they always say. Well, they'll talk to you for a few seconds and they say, well, you have any ID on you? No. Or you can say, yeah, I got ID. Or I don't answer questions. That's what you really should say. I don't answer questions. But really the main thing is, do you have reasonable suspicion that I have committed, am committing, or about to commit a crime? That should be your response every time. And I know a lot of y'all who watch these live streams, and you be ear hustling, doing the ear funky chicken. I know y'all be listening to this, and you haven't joined the movement yet. It's not really a movement. It's, it's more like it's a way of life. So, but you haven't joined that yet, and you guys hear me, but you use these principles that you hear me on the live stream, and y'all get out of shit. So that's the universe telling you to get off your ass and do the full thing. But right here, this is where you learn about police stop or traffic stops or Terry stops, which are police stops on foot. And this has pretty much this will let you know or give you all the basics to get out of police stops or when the police try to violate your rights. And then if you don't want books, if you don't like books, then we got the flashcards. We got a flashcard right here. Got the Law and Government Volume 2 coming out. We got Police Stop. Oh, we got Police Stop Flashcards Volume 3 getting ready to come out. So, man, we are still moving. We're not backing off. We're not letting off the gas on teaching you guys your rights. You should have been known this years ago. The damn civil rights movement should have been about this. This is really what that shit should have been about. Getting you niggas in a goddamn room, not marching down the street, getting you in a building and starting teaching you on your rights. So, again, let's do what the older generations did not do, even though they mashed out for rights. So you still got to do something. They did something. They got bit by dogs, they got hosed with water hose and all that shit. They did something. They stood up to try to fight their rights. They did the wrong thing, but they did something. What the fuck are you doing to secure your rights? Have you done anything? Have you been tested? Put your shit to the fire? If not, get your ass up and learn your damn rights right here. All right. Then, like I said, when they come and try to put that mash down on you for the crack scene mandates, which they're doing, especially in New York. New York, big city of dreams. So right here, you hand them this notice and you let them know that they're liable for making you get the cupcake. And especially for every second that it remains in your body, they're liable for it because they've already been shown that they have adverse effects. People have that been taking people out. And you already know, you give them this report that they can't dispute. You give them the P.F. Heiser Bakery report that they cannot dispute because it's their own study. So you're gonna make me take a cupcake from the company and the company says that their cupcake got mold on it. their cupcake got mold and arsenic and all kind of shit on the cupcake, but you gonna make me take the cupcake? No, you're not. We're gonna sue you, and this is gonna be the silver bullet that takes you out. So right here, make sure you get the whole package. Also, we got the religious exemption. And if you are religious and you're against you're against abortion, or if you just want to say it, remember the cupcake has the fetal tissue in it, so you can claim religious exemption if you're against aborted fetuses. So right here, and then this also comes with the notice as well. So we got everything for you guys to learn your rights and to fight back. You just got to do it. Shit, hey, goddamn it, hey, this ain't this old school when you standing right there and you get ready to fight somebody, and then you hit somebody and they walk over to somebody and they hit them for you and shit, and then the other person hit that middle person and they come back and you ain't got no middle person. You ain't got that. The middle person for the rich people is the lawyer. You ain't got a person to hit and then they walk over and hit the other person. Or somebody grab your hand and then they hit that person. Y'all remember how that shit used to be? I ain't the only one who was just in scraps at school. I ain't the only one. So y'all know how that shit went down. Stop letting other people be the middleman and tap the other people for you. You empower yourself and get out there and learn your rights. And I appreciate everybody who hit that super chat, everybody who's supporting. Make sure you get the you're gonna get the Police Stop Law package for free if you order the Great Book of Melanin Research, and you get 2 decks of cards for this weekend only. You get 2 decks of cards, not one. Whichever ones you want. You get the Law and Government cards and Police Stop Flashcards 1, or both Police Stop Flashcards, or whatever. But you get 2. That's only for the weekend. All right. Love everybody. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you get out. Hit Timmy Tight Top up for the weed juice. All right. Total package energy for your energy. Also, Little Goddess Apothecary if you want some oil to rub down your muscles and make it feel better. All right. Appreciate everybody. Love y'all. And I'm out. Peace.